All right, let's get into this. So I'm going to do a quick video here on chopping samples for a hip hop beat, a boom bap beat. We used to just call that rap music or hip hop. Now that there's trap, we differentiate it as boom bap. But I'm going to focus on the chopping sample aspect of making a boom bap beat. I'm not making the whole beat in this video, and that's an important distinction. Making the whole beat would involve things like um, adding drum variations, adding bass, song structure, all those important things that give a song variety and that help a song hold your interest. Here I'm just talking about how to slice the samples for making like the kind of base of the beat. Um, and this specific type of sample chopping, I'm focusing on like the real like micro snippets. Uh, there's a style of sampling where you would sample like a whole loop, and it's a super recognizable loop. Um, this is actually what I'm going to do here is stitch together little snippets from a track to make it something like completely new. And that's a really cool style of sampling. Um, the guy who does that best, who always did it best in my opinion, is DJ Premier. You listen to a Primo beat, he's got like these little snippets from jazz tunes that like bam 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 bam. They're all stitched together. So we're gonna try to do that style of sampling. I did a Twitch stream on this last night, and I stumbled across a track that I like to use. What Child Is This? Off Vince Guaraldi Trio's classic Charlie Brown Christmas album. So I'm going to chop that up to use it as an example. The first thing we do here is get a MIDI track and drag in a drum loop. So I'm going to play this drum loop here, little drum loop, and our BPM should be somewhere between like 85 and 95 for this style of music. So that's 85, 95 is more like that. I'll just split the difference and we'll go to like 92. Let me stop that for a second. And I'll play the track that we're going to chop up here. What Child Is This? It's a great song. This whole album is fire. I listened to this for months. Every winter. This is on repeat in my car. Okay, so let's take that track and we're gonna drag a simpler instrument into Ableton to create a new track with a blank simpler. Now I'm gonna take that whole track, and that's just from my digital music library. I'm gonna drop it into the simpler. This is key here. Drop it into the simpler, put it on slice mode, trigger, slice by transient. Sensitivity I like a little lower than 100. Playback mono, I like that. Sometimes through is good too, and we can try that, but I'm going to stick with mono for this. And now what this does, you can see my simpler on the push here. This slices little snippets from that tune across the pads on my push. So listen, as I trigger these samples, we're going to hear little snippets. So now we're going to use these snippets of sounds from What Child Is This as our palette of sounds to play over that boom bap beat to make the beat. And it's going to you just kind of jam them. So let's do it. Play the beat. Okay, I'm gonna stop the clips. That was actually kind of dope. So I'm gonna hit capture here. And that'll just capture what I played. And the idea in this phase is to keep doing this. I only played like 3 sounds out of that song and got a cool loop. I captured it here. I can go back and edit it later. But in this phase, I want to keep capturing ideas. So let's do it again. I'm just going to hit record and jam out some more ideas in a new clip slot. Got to make sure the beat's playing, right? All right, let's do it. I'm just looking for sounds that work together. Because I don't know all the sounds, you just experiment until you find something. That was working all right. It would take a little refinement. If I was really in the zone, I'd sit here and keep doing that until I really played it right. Let's try that one more time. I'm actually going to delete this clip and start recording over. That sounded kind of cool, but it was like a little slow. Anyway, I would save that clip, and in my editing phase, I might revisit those ideas. I didn't play them that well. I was like off of the rhythm, and some of them sounded weird, but with some editing, there might have been some ideas there. And I might do 1 or 2 more of these. Let's do it. Oh, let's actually, before we do 1 or 2 more, sometimes it's cool to get a new palette of sounds by moving where the slicing starts over on the simpler, and you can even change the sensitivity to get like different lengths of samples. So let's try that for some new ideas. off rhythm again, but that was kind of cool. Yep. So that one was kind of hot. So I'll do one more. Yeah. Anyway, that should illuminate the point here. So in not very long, I just recorded 5 clip slots, each that has a pretty good idea for a boom bap beat. In the editing phase, I would go back, I would trim those up, I would quantize them so that they sound really good, and then I would like arrange a song out of those different ideas. One other thing I want to demonstrate is gate mode. Gate mode makes it so that sound is only played when my finger is on the pad. And this gives you a lot of control over exactly how long each sample is, which can be fun. So that can be a good way to do this too, if you want like really small snippets with precise control. Gate mode can be cool to play with. See that? So that's it. That's chopping samples in the simpler from a jazz tune for a boom bap beat. Thanks for watching. I'm Brett. See you next time.